पंखला भले बळकट सतेज भारी, तुझ पंखला भले बळकट सतेज भारी. हे गरुड झेप तू घे रे उंच भरारी, हे गरुड झेप तू घे रे उंच भरारी. नव आकांक्षाची मनात तुझ्या दाटी, डोळ्यात तुझ्या रे नव स्वप्नांची रे गर्दी. नव आकांक्षाची मनात तुझ्या दाटी, डोळ्यात तुझ्या रे नव स्वप्नांची रे गर्दी. आकाश मोकळे तया गवसणी घाली, आकाश मोकळे तया गवसणी खाली. हे गरुड झेप तू घे रे उंच भरारी, हे गरुड झेप तू घे रे उंच भरारी. तू झटकून टाकी आळस दुःख निक्लेश, तू झटकून टाकी आळस दुःख निक्लेश. तू मनात असू दे ऊर्जानी उन्मेष, तू झटकून टाकी आळस दुःख निक्लेश. तू मनात असू दे ऊर्जानी उन्मेष. पाऊल टाकिता विवेक तू सांभाळी, पाऊल टाकिता विवेक तू सांभाळी, विवेक तू सांभाळी. हे गरुड झेप तू घे रे उंच भरारी, हे गरुड झेप तू घे रे उंच भरारी. असो आपण सारे अमृतमय रे पुत्र, ना भीती पाठीशी शक्ती चिरंतन नित्य. जा पुढे पुढे रे पुढे पुढे बघू नको माघारी, जा पुढे पुढे रे पुढे पुढे बघू नको माघारी. हे गरुड झेप तू घे रे उंच भरारी, हे गरुड झेप तू घे रे उंच भरारी.
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर् गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. समर्थ सद्गुरु श्री विष्णुदास स्वामी महाराज की जय. Namaskar. Welcome everyone to this second session of the Jhep lecture series. First of all, my Shashank pranam to my Shri Guru, Shri Sadguru Das Maharaj, and because of whose blessings and continuous inspiration plus guidance, we all are experiencing this beautiful journey together. And the occasion has been really successful yesterday. You have seen that, and it's all due to respected Pradnatai Fadnis, President of Patrabhet, who is organizing these exciting and thoughtful events, and it is spreading a lot of positivity in the society. during this pandemic situation. And I welcome today's honorable guest, Shri V. Balachandran sir. Pranam to all elderly members of Guri Mandir Parivar, my fellow colleagues, friends, and my young brothers and sisters. My name is Shashank Deshpande. I live in Pune. I am associated with Shri Guru Mandir Parivar since my childhood. And I have experienced a lot of things that even I will be sharing later. But today we are here to talk about life journey of Shri Bala sir. Just to introduce myself quickly, I work as a delivery leader in a leading company, IT company in Pune, Persistent Systems Limited. Uh, like our you must have read about APJ Sri APJ Abdul Kalam sir, right? And he has quoted some beautiful lines in his autobiography, and those words are: "All of us are born with divine fire in us. Our efforts should be to give wings to this fire and fill the world with the glow of its goodness." In yesterday's speech, also, Param Pujaniya Sri Sadgurudas Maharaj has also quoted Vayam Amrutasya Putraha, as told in, as said in our Vedas. So we have infinite powers and potential to build the community, build the society, build the nation. And we should remember always that while we take this flight, we should deeply remember our roots and should not be going away from them. And do not forget where we started the journey. So that was a clear message that was given by Sri Sadgurudas Maharaj yesterday. So I would just say, arise, awake, and stop not till your goals are reached. Today, we are really fortunate to have our honorable guest, Shri V. Balachandran sir, alias Bala Dada. He has requested me to call him Bala Dada, and he is a very humble person. Though he's so great, he has done a lot of great things. I'll be introducing him. So it's my immense pleasure to introduce Shri Bala Dada. After his PG from Nagpur University, he has spent around 22 plus years in the US. He lives in New York area in US with his wife and two young daughters. Recently, one of his daughter has completed graduation too. So congratulations to you, sir, on that occasion. And he is a proud Indian with deep roots in the Sanatan Vedic Dharma and spirituality. He is a strong optimist and believer of the Almighty God. And while working in a technology company and being at an executive post, he and his family, right, is putting great efforts for over a decade to give back to the society. I will just go to the next slide here. So the way he is giving back to the society, right? So he is part of a foundation called as North South Foundation, which has 90 plus chapters across USA, across states, and he more than 14 years he is involved in this North South Foundation, and the focus is on the excellence in education across the globe for the needed ones, and especially the children's education is the primary goal of this organization. They have raised a big amount of fund that are all sent to India for different social causes like child education, healthcare, and many more. He always motivates students to keep excelling, creating a social impact, and he through this organization funds a lot of students with scholarships. So during my talks with him, I have come across so many such stories where he has changed lives of many people across the globe. So especially the back in India, he of course he has done a lot of work. Be, I mean, he is part of US, but he's working for India all wholeheartedly. Then he loves Hindi as a language, and he's proud of being Hindi. He teaches Hindi at Marlborough Hindi School, in his local area, which is really good. He conducts online summer camps for kids on Vedic maths, stock market, yoga, and many more such topics, which are really, really, these are enabling them, empowering them to glow in their careers. And finally, he is actively involved in Hindu religious community in the local Hindu temple. He was involved right from the Murti Sthapana of the Murtis there, like Shiva and other Murtis. So while he was talking about this, he was really, really feeling proud about all these activities, and being at a bigger position, right, executive position, and still giving back to the society. I think it's an amazing achievement, sir, you have accomplished so far. And we are really proud to have you as our guests today. With that, without taking much time, I would request Shri Bala Dada to start his session on life lesson to learn, grow, and prosper. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shashank, for your very, very kind words. I do want to start with the theme song for Jhep. I think it is just beautiful. So I know, Shashank, you were the writer for it. So a big congratulations to you for that. Devika, आपकी आवाज बहुत बहुत अच्छी है, and the whole team which produced this, I think it's just amazing. So Shashank, congratulations to you for that.
Thank you so much.
तो मैं शुरू करूँगा, of course, to really be very honest, that ये मेरा परम सौभाग्य है कि मुझे आप सभी के साथ यहाँ बात करने का टाइम मिला है, and गुरु मंदिर परिवार के सभी लोगों को मेरा हार्दिक अभिनंदन. पत्रवेट संपादक प्रज्ञाताई, ये बहुत बहुत आभार आपको, और ये आपने प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट किया है, उसमें उसके लिए हार्दिक अभिनंदन. एंड ऑफ कोर्स परम पूजनीय श्री सदगुरु महाराज को मेरा साष्टांग दंडवत यहीं से. और हमारे जो इस हफ्ते के जो चीफ गेस्ट हैं, राइट, द यूथ, ऑल ऑफ यू, द फ्यूचर ऑफ आवर सोसाइटी, द फ्यूचर ऑफ आवर टुमारो, आप सभी को बहुत सारा आशीष and a very big hello to all of you. You really have to consider yourself to be very lucky that you were born in India and born a Hindu. I hope you feel how lucky you are. I hope you feel and wear it with a lot of pride. अगर मुझसे कभी कोई पूछे कि how will I introduce myself, मुझे अटल बिहारी जी की एक लाइन याद आती है, मैं जो आप लोगों से कहूँगा. अटल जी के शब्दों में, हिंदू तन मन हिंदू जीवन, रग रग हिंदू मेरा परिचय. And that's how I feel it is. I feel so proud to be where and the opportunity of having been born as a Hindu in the great land of India. कुछ examples दूंगा, शायद आप लोगों को पता होगा, कुछ लोगों को जिनको नहीं पता होगा, it might be an eye opener. The calendar, the Dainik Panchang that we use is about 2078 years old. Amazing as it is, it has never been edited. Another amazing fact, and the best part is the calculations are so precise that the solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, all given by that has always been correct. अब इसको आप compare करोगे, the West, I don't think so. It has been more than a couple of 100 years where they've been able to starting to do that. I think telescope was invented somewhere in 1609 or 1610, right? So about 400 years ago. But ये सोचें कि हमारे मंदिरों में नवग्रह की स्थापना पता नहीं कितने हजारों साल से है. So we knew about all this way ahead of time, right? So what we have inherited is nothing short of amazing. And how lucky we are, I don't know, we always realize this. And on top of that, the way I see it is, आप लोग तो और भी lucky हो. पूछो क्यों? क्योंकि आप लोगों के पास गुरु मंदिर जैसा एक प्लेटफॉर्म है, एंड महाराज जैसे एक गुरु है जो आपको गाइड कर सके. So मैं आप लोगों को ये कहूंगा कि take the most of this occasion, learn, discover, and wear the Sanatana Dharma with pride. विवेकानंद जी की शब्दों में, गर्व से कहो हम हिंदू हैं, and feel it. ठीक है? मेरा वैसे ये मानना है कि आप सभी लोग जो युवा लोग हैं, you all are very smart, and on top of that, you all have access to technology, you have access to a wealth of information. So all in all, I think while the responsibility that you all have to take all of us to a good future is immense, but you all are more than capable to do that, right? The only thing which you all don't have, which people in my side of the age spectrum have it, right, is experience. That's simply because you've lived more life than you, right? So what I am attempting in the next some minutes is really to share, based on my life experiences, some anecdotes, and I really hope that they will be useful for you to put a structure in your life to make it more purposeful. That's my hope. Because remember, life is a journey, it's not a destination, right? You have to live it, experience it, enjoy it, and go all the way through. And to do all of that, you of course need to pack, right? So think about this conversation as the tools that you might need for this travel, right? I am going to share my screen as we begin. Let me make sure I have access to it though. Can you all see my screen? Shashank?
Yes, we
yes,
can.
sir. Yes.
Okay, great. Let me make sure. Okay, great. So we will start this journey with a question to all of you, right? And the question is, how do you feel right at this moment? How do I feel? If you ask, I will say I'm super excited, right? I'm super excited for getting an opportunity to talk to all of you. I'm super excited because a lot of you are from Nagpur, which I am from, and I'm so proud of. I am a little cautious, and I am a little cautious because I feel I have this responsibility that I want to make sure that I do it right. So I am curious to know what you all feel right now. So let's see if someone has responded in chat. Vaidehi says, amazing. Thank you, Vaidehi. Curious. Ruchika says she's curious. Aniruddha, you are very excited. So nice to hear that. This is great, right? So this is perfect. We are lucky to be listening to you. I think, Piyush, the real luck is mine, you know. I will have to admit that it is my luck. I'm happy. Riddhi, you're excited to hear. That's awesome. Varda is excited. Katekar is excited. This is great. I do see some hesitancy because if you look at the number of participants who are there and people who are responding, it's not matching. We have 35 people, but that's okay. You know, I'm so happy that some of you decided to, right? But for those who are a little hesitant, I do want to kind of, for a minute, spend some time on this aspect, right? That to hesitate is not good at all, right? Life में कभी hesitate नहीं करना. I don't know. I'm sure you all remember, right? कि हम लोग क्लास में जब थे छोटे-छोटे होते थे 40 people in the class and then टीचर कुछ पूछती थी 40 में से 3-4 लड़के हाथ उठाती थी बाकी सब बैठे रहते थे. ऐसा नहीं था कि 3-4 लोगों को आंसर आते थे, बट ये जरूर था कि उन 3-4 लोगों को आंसर बताने की इच्छा बहुत ज्यादा थी, ठीक है. और बाकी जो थे जो हाथ नहीं उठा रहे थे उनमें से अधिकांश लोगों को आंसर पता होता, राइट? उनमें से लेकिन अधिकांश लोगों को ये डर होगा कि मैंने अगर आंसर दे दिया और वो अगर गलत निकल गया तो लोग क्या सोचेंगे मेरे बारे में, राइट? ये डर हमें बचपन में होता था and a lot of us have carried it over with us, right? So that is why I wanted to kind of just address this hesitation. क्योंकि मेरे हिसाब से अगर देखा जाए ये डर किस बात का है, डर आपको है कि लोग क्या सोचेंगे. Why? क्योंकि अगर जिंदगी में आप देखोगे, हमारे जिंदगी में you will have two circles of people. One who care about you. Those are the ones who matter. And the others, they don't matter, right? So those who care about you will never be judgmental about you कि आपने क्या बोला, क्या सोचा, क्या कहा, क्या ओपिनियन दिया. वो आपके बारे में कभी उसके हिसाब से कोई जजमेंट नहीं बनाएंगे कि आपको आता है नहीं आता है. आता है तो खुश होंगे, नहीं आता है तो आपको बताएंगे. Those who care. And for others, like I said, it doesn't matter. It really does not matter. So what I want you to do is not hesitate, right? क्योंकि जब आप hesitate नहीं करोगे, you'll be fearless. Your आत्मविश्वास, आपका आत्मविश्वास, मनोबल बढ़ेगा. आप confident होगे. आप opportunities को, questions को एक अलग नजरिए से देखोगे. right? So if there is one thing I want to take you to take from this is life में hesitate नहीं करना है, definitely not, right? So जिंदगी में I mean there is a कहावत, right, कि जिंदगी को देखने का नजरिया बदलो तो नजर बदलेगी तो नजारे बदलेंगे, दृष्टि बदलेगी तो सृष्टि बदलेगी, यथा दृष्टि तथा सृष्टि. So मैं ये कहूंगा कि now is the best time to stop hesitating. Just shake it off, right? क्या है? So do you think for those who did not answer, this is a good way to start and drop that hesitation going forward? Right? I hope it is. So can you see the next question that I have for you? Okay. So Piyush, thank you so much again. So the question is, what is most important in life? Riddhi, satisfaction, self-satisfaction, hard work, happiness. I think you guys are so good. I cannot even keep up with this now. Knowing your purpose in life, Shashank, great. Piyush, happiness, acceptance is Yash Deshpande. Okay, now this is flowing fast. I can't keep up with it. This is great, guys. To be happy and satisfied. Vaidehi, knowing yourself, Ojas, good. I'm so happy you took my words literally and really are participating. Believe me, when you drop that hesitation, you will see a distinct, real change in your life. Okay? So as you keep going, I am going to take you all back 20 years in time. Okay? The time, this is 2021, so I'm going to take you all to 2001 on a Tuesday afternoon. I am talking to, I was working in New York, I'm talking to this user of mine. उस दिन हमारे ऑफिस में कुछ प्रॉब्लम थी, एक सिस्टम काम नहीं कर रहा था, तो he was asking me कि भाई ये कैसे हो जाएगा. तो I explained to him कि क्या है क्या नहीं. दोपहर के करीब 3, 3:30 बज रहे थे, तो उसने कहा कि बाला, can you make sure this will be fixed for tomorrow morning? मैंने कहा हो जाएगा, don't worry. So उससे बात हुई, वो निकला. And then एक बात आपको और बता दूं कि तब हमारी जो बिटिया है, मेरी बड़ी लड़की, वो केवल 18 महीने की थी. तो उसके बस निकलने के थोड़ी देर बाद मेरी वाइफ का फोन आता है कि तुम जल्दी जाके आज गुड़िया को पिकअप कर सकते हो क्या. तो हम दोनों ट्रेन से जाते थे, तो हम लोगों का होता ये था कि वो पहले जाती थी, मैं थोड़ा लेट जाता था, वो पहले आती थी, और फिर मेरे आने में टाइम ऊपर नीचे हो जाता था. बट व्हेन शी कॉल्ड एंड सेड आई कैन आई, तो आई डिसाइडेड कि आई विल लीव अर्ली एंड पिक माय चाइल्ड, क्योंकि ऑफ कोर्स हमारी प्रायोरिटीज लाइफ में हमेशा सही होनी चाहिए एंड फैमिली कम्स फर्स्ट, राइट. तो उन जमाने में डेस्कटॉप्स होते थे, तो मैंने डेस्कटॉप शट डाउन किया. मेरा एक मित्र था जिसने मेरे पर्सनल लैपटॉप में he had allowed me to connect from home also, although over a dial-up connection, which I don't know many of you who are probably not born or very young at that time even understand how slow can dial-up connection be, but that's for a different day, right. तो हुआ ये कि मैं बस शट डाउन कर ही रहा था, उतने में मेरी वाइफ का फिर से फोन आ गया कि उसकी मीटिंग कैंसिल हो गई. एंड शी सेड कि ठीक है आप निकलो, आई मीन यू कीप वर्किंग, आई विल गो एंड पिक अप द चाइल्ड. एंड आप मानो मुझे पता नहीं क्या लगा उस दिन. आई डिसाइडेड दैट द लास्ट कपल ऑफ मंथ्स हैव बीन वेरी बिजी इन लाइफ, at work especially, so let me go and meet some of my friends, क्योंकि काफी दिनों से मुलाकात नहीं थी. So I go around meet people, and I'm so glad I did, right. Before I left, I prepared जो करना था, because I had work to do, prepared it, and then I said I'll go home and do it. घर पहुंचते हैं, मेरी लड़की उस दिन कहती है कि पापा आप सुलाओगे, तो मैं उसको लोरी गा के सुलाने लगा. एंड उतने में I was tired, पापा को भी नींद लग गई, मैं सो गया, right. 2 बजे नींद खुली, and I was like literally shaken up. I said I have work to do and I have work to take care of immediately. So let me do that. And उसके बाद मैंने काम करना शुरू किया. करीब 3-4-5 बज चुके थे, काम खत्म हुआ, tested everything, it worked fine, and then at that point I left my user a message कि सब कुछ हो गया and I will see you when I get there. तो मैं थोड़ा लेट हो रहा था, तो मेरी वाइफ ने कहा कि चलो साथ चलते. So we dropped the child and we were in the train. तब मेरे फ्रेंड का फोन आया, and he was very very tensed. And he's one of those friends, I mean I'm sure आप लोग के भी ऐसे दोस्त होंगे जिसमें आप दिन में 2 बार बात करते हो, रोज बात करते हो, ऐसे दोस्त. So ये ऐसा एक दोस्त है मेरा एंड उसका फोन आया और वो पूछा कैसा है तू. अब मैंने कहा कि कल रात को बात की, मैं एकदम ठीक हूँ. एंड ही इज लाइक कहाँ है तू? आई सेड मैं ट्रेन में हूँ. So he's like, oh my God, so you don't know what happened. So let me just give you some background. The date on Tuesday was September 10th, 2001. So the date today, Wednesday, when this call came, was 9/11/2001. And what he was about to tell me is that my building got hit by a plane. And my floor, 96th floor, Tower 1, is what got hit by a plane. Why am I telling you this story? I am telling you the story because I always had this firm belief, but on that day, it really got cemented. The most important thing in life is life itself. Jaan hai, to jahan hai. And it is very important. It's always there with us, is how we feel it, right? And it is so obvious that we take it for granted. And because we never see the importance of having it, we never ever express our gratitude towards it. मैं चाहूंगा कि आप just take a moment to just thank उस भगवान को जिसने हमें ये मानव रूप दिया, right? जिसने हमें इतना काबिल बनाया. Take a moment to just thank. That would be great, right? Because I truly believe that the best way to start the day as we move forward, right? I gave you the story. I got your responses, and again, there are no right or wrong answers. In fact, what Revati says is really good. Revati, being successful in exploring Vedic Dharma from where our roots are, amazing, Revati. I wish we all had that sense as well, right? And I'm sure you will achieve that, Revati. And I hope you will also lead a lot of us to achieve that. So a great start for a day is so important, right? So I always think, they say well begun is half done, right? So मुझे लगता है अगर हम दिन की शुरुआत करते हैं आभार प्रकट करके, right? क्योंकि ये दिन हमें एक और मिला है to contribute to, right? अगर हम this दिन की शुरुआत आभार प्रकट के करते हैं तो there is nothing better than that. And what is really gratitude? होता क्या है जब हम आभार प्रकट करते हैं? हम आभार तभी प्रकट करते हैं जब हमें ये महसूस होता है हमारे जिंदगी में कुछ अच्छा हो रहा है, right? I mean, you don't go thank somebody for something wrong which happened in your life, right? So you go and thank. When you're expressing gratitude, you realize that there is something good happening in your life, and more so that there are others who are responsible for this group. आप जिसको भी आभार प्रकट करने जा रहे हो, या तो कोई if it's a person, या कोई नेचर का पावर है, या कोई परमात्मा, या भगवान को धन्यवाद कर रहे हो, right? So आभार प्रकट करना is good because we stand to extend ourselves to other forces which are really being responsible for the goodness in our lives. We are being thankful. It's a great way to start the day. I start this day this way every day. In fact, मैं जब छोटा था, मम्मी ने एक श्लोक सुनाया था, सिखाया था, मैं उसी से अपना दिन शुरू करता हूँ. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि आप सभी श्लोक से शुरू करें, पर श्लोक से भी कर सकते हैं, राइट? आप कुछ नहीं तो बैठे सुबह, just give a smile, thank भगवान, कुछ नहीं, श्रद्धा के साथ इतना भी करें is great, right? And I think I truly believe this is a great way to start, and you will see. I mean, I will relate you some incidents. In fact, Shashank Bhau, Tuesday को मैं और Shashank Bhau बात करने वाले थे, and I told him that I will not be able to. And हुआ ये था कि I had to go to New York City on Tuesday. एक meeting थी, and I was on 5th Avenue. आप लोगों को पता होगा, Empire State Building is on 5th Avenue, so I was on 5th Avenue between 34th Street and 30th Street. New York में the avenues and streets run perpendicular to each other. So the avenues are parallel to each other, the streets are parallel to each other. तो मैं 5th Avenue में था, 34th Street में खड़ा हूँ, ट्रैफिक लाइट में वॉक कर रहे हैं. तो जैसे ही ट्रैफिक लाइट खुलने वाला था, बाजू में एक थोड़ी सी सीनियर एक आंटी जी खड़ी थी, एंड उन महिला के पेपर्स ड्रॉप हो गए. आई थिंक उसका फाइल ड्रॉप हुआ एंड उसमें से पेपर्स निकल रहे थे. माय इम्पल्स रिएक्शन वाज आई जस्ट जंप्ड अप and pick those papers up और मैंने उन्हें दे दिया, right? मैंने उन्हें दे दिया, मैंने इसके बारे में आगे कुछ भी नहीं सोचा, right? She felt extremely good about it, right? And she gave me such a heartfelt thanks for the same. I said, great, you're welcome. आगे चलने लगा. अगले ट्रैफिक लाइट में, क्योंकि लाइक आई सेड 34, 35, 36, 37, और जैसे इंडिया में भी आप एक ट्रैफिक लाइट में फंसते हो तो यू विल कीप getting in everywhere, and so when the vehicles are going, the pedestrians are stopped. So अगले ट्रैफिक लाइट में फिर रुका मैं, क्योंकि जाना impossible था. So there is a person who comes by my side and he says, gives me a big smile. He's like, that was so nice of you. मैंने कहा क्या? So he's like, that was so nice of you to help her. I saw that and it made me smile. He said, it's good to see good things happening. ये बताओ, obviously I felt really good, but I'm sure that person saw this act, he felt good, I'm sure he carried that with him, right? It made him happy, it made me really very, very happy. So it was a random act of kindness, because I did not plan that I have to help this woman, right? So it was a random act of kindness with zero expectations on my part, what I did, right? So बात हुई खत्म, I went to my work, 42nd Street, meeting hui, and then uske baad I was talking in lunch to one of my colleagues. I told him about this morning incident, and I said something so small, but I felt so good, so I'm just sharing it with you, right? We finished the day, I came back, kal usse text aata hai. He texts me saying, hey, you know what I did today? I said, what did you do? Kehta hai, I was at Starbucks getting a coffee, and I paid for the coffee for the person right behind me. I said, okay. He's like, I felt inspired by what you told me the other day of random act of kindness. So I just did that. कहता मैंने दिया, वो जो वहाँ पे बिल ले रही थी, उसने कहा कि why are you doing it? He said, I just want to do it. तो कहता मैं करके आ गया, उसके बाद मैं अपना दूध डाल रहा था, तो that person comes in, he was very happy, he comes and says, oh my God, thank you so much for what you did. I think it was really nice, it's really cool. So I did that also. ठीक है, अब ये सोचिए कि जो incident what started all of this was on Tuesday, was completely random, ठीक है, and it was still having some effect on Friday. और मैं इस पार्ट में था भी नहीं, लेकिन मुझे बहुत खुशी मिली, right? That's the best thing about giving gratitude. Giving gratitude will make you more in position of gratitude giving. जब आप आभार प्रकट करोगे, आपको आभार प्रकट करने के और मौके आते जाएंगे, and आभार आप कब प्रकट करते हो? जब आप खुश होते हो, तो आपको और मौके आएंगे, इसका मतलब आप और खुश होंगे, right? So interesting way to think about it, and I really want you all to kind of think through this, the random act of kindness principle, right? I will relate to you one recent incident जो घर में हुआ है, and the reason I'm messaging all these as stories, literally, like I said, anecdotes from what has happened, is I feel somewhere you will be able to relate to all of this and fuse them into your own lives, right? Sorry. So as I tell you this next anecdote, I want you all to think and come up with what you think could be random acts of kindness, because this is something which I feel if you can implement in your life on a daily basis, you don't have to do it 50 times a day. जरूरत नहीं है, आप एक बार करो दिन में, और ये सोच के करो कि you want to do something good randomly for someone with zero expectations, and you see how it starts impacting your life in a very favorable way, right? In fact, it will boost your mental health tremendously. And those of you who just started working, they probably know, and I think some of you are also in the higher grades in class, they will know that aaj ke din mein the stress levels are so high, the physical health, mental health, emotional health, all these things are so important to keep in balance, right? So try this random act of kindness. I really want to see if you have some ideas, please type. Yes, every person likes to be good. Treating your best friend with no reason at all. Yes, Piyush, absolutely. Help on elderly cross the road. Avni, absolutely. Love it. Love it. Appreciating the cookie. Oh, this one is the best. Mangesh. In fact, this was top of my list. क्या होता है कि हम लोग ना घर में अपनी मम्मियों के खाने को कभी कुछ बोलते नहीं. You know, we take it for granted. But think about it, right? No house, to my mind, has AC in the kitchen, right? So in 45 degree, 48 degree weather में आपके लिए जो खाना बना रही है दिन रात थके बिना, वो आपकी मदर होती है, ठीक है. एंड यूजुअली मम्मियों के खाने को पता है, वो बाजू का कोई आके बोलता है काकू मस्त, राइट, खूब छान आहे, कोई बाजू वाला आके बोलता है ताई किती अच्छा है ये, राइट. सो ऑल दीज कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स दे नेवर गेट फ्रॉम अस. सो टू व्हाट Mangesh said, Mangesh actually do that, she will be so happy. उनका पसीना एकदम गायब हो जाएगा. लेकिन एक चीज मैं आप लोगों को बताऊंगा कि when you do this, do it only when you mean it. राइट. आप किसी की झूठी तारीफ कभी मत करना. हाँ, सच्ची तारीफ हमेशा करना, हिचकना ही उसके लिए. अगेन रिमेंबर, दीज आर ऑल कनेक्टेड. एकदम बेफिक्री से सच्ची तारीफ हमेशा करना, एंड दिस विल रियली हेल्प. Acknowledging and appreciating work of people around you. Yes, Shantanu, absolutely. Positive notes around your community. Yes, yes, absolutely. Helping colleagues in the team. Very, very good. Yes, all very interesting things, right? Saying thanks to the delivery guy. Are, this is a good one. This one is a good one. You know why? Because in logon ko koi thanks bolta hi nahi. And they work in a profession where nobody thanks them, right? So this is really, really good. And you all are catching it so beautifully well. Ask them for water. Atharva, this is very good, very good. Because this is very much what we should do. हम लोग कहते हैं, right? पानी किसी को पिलाना बहुत पुण्य का काम है. And in India, जहाँ गर्मी इतनी होती है, delivery का कोई आया, उसको पानी पिलाओगे, that's amazing, amazing. Yes, servicing sick around your family and friends. आज के दिन में कोरोना काल में, yes, again doing that with no expectation is an amazing, amazing thing. You know, in fact, I feel I can almost skip donating blood. Atharva, you have some great ideas. Revati, serving the sick is really good. So मुझे लगता है कि जो मेरा next slide था, I can almost skip it because you all are so good. Seriously, मैं दिल से कह रहा हूँ कि आप लोग इतने अच्छे हैं, और इतने जो रैंडम एक्ट्स ऑफ काइंडनेस के एग्जांपल्स आपने दिए, मैं एक आप लोगों को आई मीन आई एम गोइंग टू रिक्वेस्ट यू ऑल, ट्राई एंड इम्प्लीमेंट दिस इन योर लाइफ. जो आपने लिखा है करके देखिए, रोज दिन में एक बार करके देखिए, एंड फिर देखो मजा जो आता है, जो खुशी उससे मिलती है ना, आई कैन नॉट इवन बिगिन टू पुट दैट इन वर्ड्स. ठीक है. और यस, थैंकिंग ड्राइवर्स विद डिपार्टिंग द बस, नोबडी थैंक्स देम, nobody ever does, and nobody even smiles at them, by the way. So yes, Piyush, that's a good one too. Celebrating birthdays in the orphanages, executing plantations. Yes, being as a survivor, absolutely, really, really good ones. In fact, randomly smiling at people like the bus driver. उन्हें पता है ये सब बड़े thankless jobs है, and somehow people feel इनसे क्या बात करना है, right? I make it a point. In fact, हम लोग यहाँ पे जब भी स्टोर जाते हैं, we make it a point to thank the people who are behind the sales clerk जो होते हैं ना, उनके just generally wish them well. क्योंकि कभी कभी आप जाते हो, अभी जैसे आजकल वेदर इतना अच्छा है, and they are stuck inside, right? आप जा रहे हो, आप एक बैग ऑफ आइस लेके जा रहे हो, and they be like, obviously you are going somewhere out, park जा रहे हो, picnic जा रहे हो, and they are stuck there, right? So having a conversation with them makes their day go easy. So all very, very good ideas. Thinking about soldiers, God, yes, absolutely. We cannot thank them enough, Riddhi. Feeding stray dogs and cows, yes. In fact, my God, you guys, Shashank, I have to say, I feel so privileged to be sitting with this group of people. So Shashank and Sadhguruji Das Maharaj, aapko bahut bahut dhanyawad to build this kind of character in these people. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. In fact, I can actually stop. मुझे लगता है पता है कि this team is ready to do great things. And like you all said, right? In fact, so I hope you realize what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to start from how we start the day and how we are going to prepare ourselves for our day. That's what I'm taking the journey through, right? So when we started, we said we're going to start it a certain way with gratitude, and we are going to do this random acts of kindness. And then how should we have the attitude which is going to carry us throughout the day, right? हमारा रवैया कैसा होना चाहिए? हमारा रवैया एकदम जोश भरा, हमारा रवैया सकारात्मक होना चाहिए. जैसे आप लोगों ने लिखा पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड. यस, एटीट्यूड इज सो इम्पोर्टेंट. इनफैक्ट विलियम जेम्स करके एक अमेरिकन फिलोसोफर है, उन्होंने कहा द ग्रेटेस्ट डिस्कवरी ऑफ एनी जनरेशन इज दैट ह्यूमन बीइंग कैन ऑल्टर हिज लाइफ बाय ऑल्टरिंग हिज एटीट्यूड. आई मीन इट्स अ बिग डील. Alter his life by altering his attitude. That's how important the word attitude is. And you guys already nailed it, right? Similarly, how important a good attitude is, It's just so dangerous to have a bad attitude. मेरे हिसाब से, a bad attitude is like a flat tire. आप लोग गाड़ी चलाते होंगे, तो if you have a flat tire, while you have a tire, you can't go anywhere until you change it. Exactly like that, with a bad attitude, you cannot go anywhere in life unless you change it. Right? Because tire तो है, कोई काम का नहीं है. Attitude तो है, लेकिन कोई काम का नहीं है. Because reality is, none of us like to deal with people who have a poor attitude. जो हमेशा या तो लोगों की निंदा कर रहे हैं, तिरस्कार कर रहे हैं, बेबुनियादी मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं. Who wants to deal with that? Be it in work, be it in life, be it anywhere. So when I am looking to build teams, I look for two things, but I weigh them differently. I look for aptitude and I look for attitude. Aptitude मतलब योग्यता, right? Obviously आप टीम बना रहे हो, योग्यता चाहिए. लेकिन aptitude means आपका स्वभाव, आपका मनोभाव. मेरे हिसाब से it is more important. So the way I see it is, a bad attitude has no place. So good attitude with okay aptitude is great for me. But great aptitude with poor attitude doesn't work for me. So when you think about what should be your attitude when you speak, what should be your attitude when you listen, think about it this way. Speak in a way that everyone loves to listen to you. ऐसी वाणी बोलो कि मतलब हर एक को लगे इनसे सुने. And then when you're listening, listen in a way that everybody loves to speak to you. Right? That's the kind of attitude you should dress yourself with when you are dwelling through this day. That's the message. That's how important attitude is. Okay? So we just became aware of how important attitude is, right? So we saw how important it is life में. मेरे हिसाब से aptitude से भी ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. So knowing something, किसी चीज के ऊपर जागरूकता आने बहुत बहुत important है. And that word itself, right, awareness, is very interesting. In fact, I feel, I know every time I'm introducing something to you, I am saying it is so important because I've put these in an order where I feel they are all very well connected. And if you think about awareness, I want to relate two incidents to you before I go more into it. Like Shashank Bhav said, कि my daughter just graduated. तो कुछ महीनों पहले की बात है. एक दिन उसने text किया कि पापा वो जो left में आपको glasses दिख रहे हैं ना on my screen. So she said कि पापा वो glasses बहुत अच्छे हैं. They're called aviators. तो can you buy me that? I said sure. कोई problem नहीं है. We will see. We'll buy it. And उसके बाद ये हुआ कि मैं भूल गया. रात गई बात गई. 3-4 दिन हुए. Then she texted me something. कि पापा, believe it or not, everybody is wearing these glasses. Everybody is wearing these glasses. Keep that in mind what I just said. Keep that in mind about awareness. Okay, I'll give you another incident. And these are all real incidents. None of them I'm making it up. I have a friend of mine. He's looking to buy a new car. तो कहता है, भाई बाला, I am planning to buy a Range Rover, which is the car pictured there. Right? And then he goes on to say, you know, it's a great car. What's interesting is मैं देख रहा हूँ कुछ दिनों से बहुत सारे लोग ले रहे हैं. जहां देखो आजकल Range Rover ही दिख रही है. What are the two commonalities in this thing, right? We have my daughter who suddenly sees everybody wearing the type of glass that she was looking to, and we have my friend who suddenly finds everybody wants to buy, or everybody has bought the car that he wants to, right? So they both have become aware of something in their mind. The statement I'm going to say next is really game changers, guys. Energy flows where awareness goes. Energy flows where awareness goes. Okay, I'm going to take a pause. I will ask the admin, do we have the poll results? Can you show the poll results or text me the poll results? There was a poll we did, right? Okay, nice. Great. So we did a poll, and these are all connected again. So the first poll we did was, do you want to be a slave to technology? And each of you said no. Great. I hope there were a lot of people who responded. Can we have the next poll result? Do you want to use technology to be an enabler to improve the quality of your life? And almost everyone said yes. Okay, thank you. So now let's put these things together, right? So we said we want to not be a slave to technology. We also recognize that technology is something we would like it to be an enabler. And then most important, I said the preceding statement was energy flows where awareness goes. Okay. दिन में 24 घंटे हैं, हम लोग 8 घंटे सोते हैं, 2 से 4 घंटे हम लोग अपनी दैनिक क्रिया करते हैं, खाते हैं, पीते हैं, all the usual stuff, right? बचे 10 से 12 घंटे क्या होता है उसमें हम बाकी काम करते हैं. There is one thing which is common that we have in the 10 to 12 hours. This, right? Our phones. तो 10 से 12 घंटे में क्या होता है? कभी टेक्स्ट आ रहे हैं, कभी टेक्स्ट जा रहे हैं, कभी ईमेल चेक हो रहा है, कभी सोशल मीडिया में जा रहे हैं, कभी आ रहे हैं. तो the 10 to 12 hours of the day, we all are always doing one thing in common, which is we all are getting distracted. Correct? I'll give you another fact. They say to gain mastery into anything, किसी भी चीज में अगर आप जाके देखोगे कि Tiger Woods is Tiger Woods because he's put about 10,000 hours practicing golf, right? अगर आप किसी wrestler को देखोगे, he's a champion. Randhawa is a champion because they put about 10,000 hours of practice into it, right? 10 hours of day of distraction in a month is 3,650 hours in a year, and then in 3 years. So if you've had a phone for 3 years, congratulations, we are all masters in distraction. While it seems funny, but it's actually really, really serious, right? Because distraction is very close to addiction, right? क्योंकि कुछ ऐसी चीज है जो हमारा ध्यान हमेशा successfully बांट रही है to whatever else we are trying to do, right? So obviously, we don't want this, and we've all agreed to it. We don't want technology to be our slave. We want to use technology to enable our lives. But अगर आपने देखा होगा, कुछ लोग होते हैं, कुछ भी नहीं होगा, फोन ऐसे देखते रहेंगे, थोड़ी देर हुआ फोन, मैसेज आया, नहीं आया, मैसेज नहीं आया तो परेशान, मैसेज आया तो रिस्पॉन्स, ईमेल नहीं आया तो परेशान, ईमेल आ गया तो बहुत सारे ईमेल आ गए. So we are very unsure, and typically what we are ending up with a situation which we said we don't want, where technology is what is. We are becoming slaves to this technology. I don't know आप लोगों को याद है क्या, लेकिन me growing up, we had a situation where telephone numbers was a given. Everybody remembered them. आज क्या होता है, आप किसी को नंबर पूछो ना, बोलते हैं मैं टेक्स्ट कर देता हूँ यार, मुझे याद नहीं है, तो वो कॉन्टैक्ट भेजेंगे. तो स्मार्ट कौन बन रहा है? आपका फोन स्मार्ट बन रहा है कि आप स्मार्ट बन रहे हो? टेक्नोलॉजी आपको एनेबल कर रही है किस चीज के लिए? टू स्टॉप यूजिंग योर माइंड. इज दैट व्हाट वी वांट टू गो? इज दैट वेयर वी वांट टू बी? नो, राइट? सो where we want to be is to learn how to concentrate better, right? And it's very simple अगर सोचा जाए तो. लेकिन let's go back half a step. What is concentration? क्योंकि जहां तक कि मेरा ख्याल है, I did not have a subject which taught what is concentration to me. Correct? So how do you concentrate? So very simply put, the act of doing something for an extended period of time is concentration. And मजे की बात, मैं कह रहा था ना, our religion is just amazing. They already took care of this for us, right? तो हमारा जो पूजा करने की पद्धति है, नियमित समय में रोज पूजा जो हम करते हैं, that adds a discipline in our life, right? When हम जब पूजा करते हैं, हम स्मरण भगवान का कर रहे हैं. So there is a period of time in our day that we are not doing anything else. So going back to their act of doing something for an extended period of time without any disturbance is basically beginning to build what is concentration. अब आप में से कोई अगर लंबे श्लोक बोलते हैं, मैं जैसे रुद्र पक्ष शशांक से बात हो रही थी, तो उनके फादर सिखाते हैं, which I don't know if you all know. अगर नहीं पता तो आप लोगों ने सीखना चाहिए. It's a great thing. But अगर आप रुद्र कहते हो, 18 से 24 मिनट लगते हैं उसको बोलने में. अगर आप 18 से 24 मिनट भगवान का स्मरण कर रहे हो, आप कुछ और नहीं कर रहे हो, तो आप अनकॉन्शियसली कैसे कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना सीख रहे हो? right? And think about it this way, हमारे दिमाग में 50 चीज चलती रहती है. So we have to learn how to segregate those 50 things to one. That's concentration. And the next step to that is when you segregate that to zero, which is the state of meditation. तो अगर आपको उस state तक पहुंचना है, तो पहले आपको 50 से 1 तक पहुंचना होगा. क्योंकि if you cannot focus on one thing, you can never focus on nothing. As paradoxical as it sounds, but that's the reality of it, right? Shashank, how are we doing on time? I know I'm 49 minutes already there, but I still have some things to talk. So can I continue, or what do we want to do?
Absolutely, you can continue for around 25 minutes more. 20 minutes more, and then followed by Q&A.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Okay. So we said already there is a way how we can concentrate. And I kind of led on to how, we have been in a very implicit way over the generations have been taught how to do it. And that's the greatness. I keep coming back to the greatness of our dharma, right? But how do we concentrate, right? Start small and start with something that you want to do, that you like to do, right? अगर आपको लग रहा है कि आपको कोई नया एक्सरसाइज वर्कआउट करना है, तो maybe set aside 5 days every day, same time. You will do just that, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, right? And then if you do that every day, the math really starts helping us. Compound interest, interesting concept, right? सबको याद होगा, सबने लेकिन इस kind of implication इसका देखा नहीं होगा, right? Compound interest. So you do it 10 minutes a day. Again, just like we said, 10 hours a day in a year adds to so much of distraction. 10 minutes a day really start building up the usefulness over the period of time. And then more importantly, what it starts to add, which is why I'm calling it compound interest, is it's not, agar aapne usko 7 din kiya, it is 70 minutes. The effect is more than 70 minutes, correct? So it's very interesting. In fact, I always feel that wherever you are standing in life, aaj jahan khade ho, agar aap sochoge where you are, how you are, I will say that where you stand today in life is a result of the compound interest or the compounding of all the decisions that you've made in life so far. आगे 10 साल में आप कहाँ रहोगे will be the same. 20 साल में आप कहाँ रहोगे will be the same. It will be between now and the next 10 years. What are the decisions you take or not take, right? So it is very easy to do this. And होता क्या है ना कि जैसे आप, I mean, we all see this, right? TV में कुछ चलता है and people start complaining. Everybody wants to see some change happening. अच्छा हो रहा होगा और अच्छा हो सकता है, खराब हो रहा होगा अच्छा हो सकता है. So people are always, they are the generals from the living room. They are the best finance ministers from their dining table. They are the best cricketers from their sofa. They all will say, ये ऐसे हो सकता था, ये ऐसे नहीं होना, ऐसे होना चाहिए. Everybody wants change, right? But how many of them are willing to change? How many of them are willing to put some effort to bring that change? So my request, my humble request to all of you would be that source of change. Inspire people to move towards, कि बोलना बंद करो, let's act, right? So start it small, start it with yourself. If you want to begin to learn how to concentrate, start it with something new that you want to learn. Put 5 to 10 minutes on it every day. And us time pe, no matter what, you're not doing anything else. There are other ways to concentrate. आप उस 5-10 मिनट में एक्सरसाइज ही करना जरूरी नहीं है. किसी को अगर गाना सीखना है, अगर गाना सीखा हुआ लेकिन आज का टाइम नहीं मिलता है, तो 10 मिनट लगाओ. You will find that when you start connecting to things which are important, which you have somehow let go, life becomes even more meaningful. You begin to start discovering some purposes in your life, right? काम वाली बाई आती है, उसके साथ बात कर लो. घर में मम्मी के साथ बात कर लो. I'm telling you, think about how long ago did you really have a real conversation where you did not text, you were not looking at your phone, जैसे ऐसे देख रहे हो, phone आ गया, मम्मी 1 मिनट रुको. कितने टाइम हो गया है you've not had a conversation with your parents, a real conversation with your brother or siblings, anyway. So start small but build upon it. ठीक है? I know I digress, but topic ऐसा था, and I thought while I kept complaining, nobody ever taught us how to concentrate. If I actually left it in the middle, then I would have been no different if I just said concentrate karo and छोड़ दिया कैसे concentrate करना, right? So I want to get back to what I think is, like I said, it's almost such an important statement. So energy flows where awareness goes, right? So what is the energy? What is the kind of thought process we want to flow? Positive thoughts, positive intent, positive action, positive approach, right? When we start building these things, obviously your outcomes honge, they will be favorable, right? So it is important to understand what impacts these thoughts. I mean, thoughts do have an impact on the outcome, believe me. छोटी सी एक story और बताता हूँ आपको. Today, if not anything, you all have heard a lot of stories, right? This story is not real. So, but this story is something I had read many years ago, and I took this is very relevant to this context that we are talking about. दो लड़के होते हैं, राम और श्याम, and नदी किनारे एक आम का पेड़ होता है, उसमें बैठे होते हैं, उसमें खेल रहे होते हैं, पहले बाजू में खेल रहे होते हैं, उसके पेड़ के ऊपर चढ़ जाते हैं, उनके पेरेंट्स आसपास ही होते हैं, and suddenly हवा जोरों से आने लगती है, almost like, and दोनों काफी ऊपर होते हैं, तो उनके पास टाइम नहीं है नीचे आने का. So look at the statements, observe the statements said by the two parents. श्याम के फादर ने कहा गिरना मत, and राम के फादर ने कहा पकड़ के रखना. एक ने कहा गिरना मत, दूसरे ने कहा पकड़ के रखना. जब आंधी जोर से आई, श्याम fell down, श्याम नीचे गिर गया था, क्योंकि उसकी वाइब्रेशंस जो आई उसे मिली, the awareness that he had was about girna. So where did the energy flow? He fell down. The awareness that was given to Ram was pakad ke rakh. Where did the energy flow? In holding on. The universe works on these vibrations. Our thought make who we are, where we are. Our thoughts manifest always in our lives. Believe me, it happens. So अगर कल आपको ये सोचना है कि I don't want to fail, I'm sure none of you will have that situation because you're all doing good in an exam. But instead of saying that, say I want to win, right? Instead of saying I don't want to have a struggling day, say I want to have a happy and exciting day. Our thoughts are powerful because energy gets transmitted. Life जो है ना, इसको आप ये समझो कि life एक आईना है, and आप जो thought उसके सामने रखोगे, exactly वो जो energy सामने रखोगे, वो ही आपको reflect होगी. इसीलिए मैंने कहा कर भला, सोच भला, सो हो भला. ठीक है? So इस थॉट को आगे बढ़ाते हैं. तो अगर हमने सोचा कि हम दिन शुरू किया, हमने काफी सारी चीजें नई नई सीखी, अब दिन में हम जो भी करते हैं, right? What should we do? How should we do? Right? We should do that with integrity, अखंडता. और हमें अपने काम पे, हमें अपने आप पे इतना विश्वास होना चाहिए कि we should always do what is right. So how do you define integrity? अगर सोच के देखें तो integrity की definition क्या है, right? लोग कहते हैं I want to be very integrity. I want to be full of integrity, right? But अखंडता है क्या? So the act of doing something in the right way when no one is watching is integrity. जब कोई देख रहा है, अगर पुलिस ट्रैफिक लाइट पे खड़ा है, of course everybody stops at the red light. But how many of you break the red light when there is nobody? If you do, then that's not integrity. Because there is a reason why the traffic light is made, to make sure traffic flows correctly, to make sure it is safe for everyone to follow and abide by it so that nobody gets hurt accidentally, right? I will touch base a small incident, and this happened in not my life. Again, a story I've read. So this is from a marathon which happened in 2012. आप लोगों ने शायद ये story पढ़ी होगी about this Kenyan runner जो कि end तक पहुंच गया था, almost जीतने वाला था, लेकिन signage वाइनेज कुछ ऐसी थी कि तो confuse हो गया. उसका नाम था एबल मुटाई. And जैसे almost 1 फीट दूर पे वो रुक गया, पता नहीं क्यों रुका. तो उसके पीछे जो second runner था वो आ रहा था वहां से, और उसने देखा ये रुक गया है, and he could clearly see कि this man thinks he has finished the race, but the race is clearly not over. वो चिल्ला रहा है, उसको हाथ वाथ दिखा रहा है कि भाग भाग भाग, लेकिन इसे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा. एंड में क्या हुआ, आइवन फर्नांडिस जो कि रनर था, इसने एंड में जाके उस केनियन को पुश कर दिया ताकि वो फिनिश लाइन के आगे पहुंचे। इंसिडेंट हुआ, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई, सब लोग पूछ रहे थे कि इसको, आइवन को, कि व्हाई वुड यू डू दिस? He's like, what do you mean? He's like, why did you let the Kenyan win? He's like, he was already winning. I did not let him win. What do you mean? तो फिर एक रिपोर्टर ने पूछा, yeah, but still, why would you do that? You could have easily won. तो उसने कहा कि no, but what would be the merit of my victory? What would be the honor of that medal if I had won, knowing that there was already a real winner ahead of me? And उसने तीसरी जो बात कही is what I want to draw attention to. What will my mother think of that? So the reason I'm saying this is how integrity should be. He could have easily won, but he thought about the action and the result of that action. And he actually went back to, what will I tell my mother, or what will she think about that? So to all of you, the easiest way when you're standing at a juncture, right, to make a decision, and if you have the slightest of doubt, दिमाग में ये स्मरण करना कि if my family knows, if my mother knows about it, will she think it is right or wrong? And you will know it, what to do, right? Very easy way to kind of make the right decision. Very easy way to be aligned. Very easy way to do the right thing, right? And believe me, it is not going to be easy to remain brave all the times, to be with integrity all the times. But still, you know, Ivan lost, लेकिन उसके हार में भी एक जीत थी, right? Because he did the right thing. We are talking about it almost 9 years later that he lost, but this was so good, right? Can you guys still see my screen, or you can't see my screen?
We can see this.
Okay. I suddenly got participants cannot see your application, so I was not sure. Okay. So sorry. So it is never wrong to do the right thing, no matter who says anything. ठीक है? तो हमेशा याद रखो कि हमें जो काम करना है, it has to be with integrity. ठीक है? हमारा इंटेंट हमेशा साफ होना चाहिए. And I'll tell you something. इंटेंट साफ होगा, मेहनत साफ होगी, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें सक्सेस हमेशा मिलेगी. जिंदगी में ये याद रखना, you will fail in life. And it's a definition. It's more semantics than anything else, right? But if you've not failed in life, then trust me, you have not really tried a lot in life. Okay? So it is important to realize that अगर आपको failure नहीं मिली है, तो आपने, you've never tried to go above and beyond your comfort zone. You've never tried to touch the sky. And this notion of success and failure, कि success is good, failure is not good, is incorrect. Success is good because it's a manifestation, or it's results of all your efforts. But failure is path to future success. That's how you have to look at सफलता, असफलता. असफलता खराब नहीं है अगर हमने हिम्मत नहीं हारी. असफलता एक मार्ग है जो हमें आगे सफल बनाता है. Yes, Piyush, they are two sides of the same coin. Absolutely right. Right? So it is not the setback which is important in our life, but it is the get back. How you get back in life is what is important. Right? So life will throw different situations. How we react in those situations is what is going to define the outcome of how we come out of it. ठीक है? एक छोटा सा इंसिडेंट बताता हूँ, काइंड ऑफ हाउ टू थिंक, हाउ टू कम आउट ऑफ सिचुएशन, राइट? 3 पतीले हैं, 3 में पानी बॉईल हो रहा है, ठीक है? एक में आलू है, एक में अंडा है, और एक में कॉफी बीन्स है, ठीक है? 15 minutes later, what happens? The potato is really soft from inside. Correct? Egg is hard from inside. And coffee beans has changed the water itself. Its color, its fragrance is all changed now. So now you have to think, when put in a difficult situation, as in boiling water, literally, who do you want to be? Do you want to soften up and break down like a potato? Do you want to become stronger like an egg? Or do you want to really change, raise up to the situation, embrace it so well that you make the situation your own, like coffee? The choice will always be yours to make, right? And the way you decide that is never fall prey to a situation. किसी ने कुछ बुरा कह दिया आपको, अगर किसी ने कुछ बुरा बोल भी दिया, आप बुरे नहीं बन जाते हो. ये उनकी दृष्टि है, ये उनकी कल्पना है. It's nothing to do with you. But the moment you react to it is where you start falling prey to what they are doing. वो तो चाहते हैं आप react करो, right? So the moment you fall prey to it, they are succeeding. And remember, energy flows where awareness goes. So if somebody tells me, Bala, you are such a mean guy, अगर मैं उस चीज को defend कर रहा हूं, what I am saying is, oh, I am not mean, I am good. I don't need to do that to him. But the moment I start reacting, I'm falling prey to that statement. Listen, react, and just break it down. React. वो react and react में फर्क ये है कि there is a hyphen. And the way I want you all to think about this hyphen is आप एक second extra दे दो किसी भी situation में, आपको समझ में आ जाएगा सोचना कैसे है, करना क्या है, बढ़ना कैसे है. ठीक है? Another set of questions for all of you. I want you all to respond. What shirt did you all wear last Tuesday? And what was the first time, or what shirt you wore, what shoes you wore last Thursday? And what was the fourth time when you went to Instagram? You know what? Try and answer these questions, because I think most of you will not be able to. And you know why? Because it doesn't matter. These events in life, we call them as transactions. And it doesn't matter what transactions are, right? Here is a good one then, right? So life mein transactions ki kabhi fikr nahi karna. The next question, I'm sure you have an answer to this. What is the most memorable trip that you remember? When was it? Please put that in the chat window right now. I'm sure we all have had great memories. So while you are putting there, Geneva, November 2019, excellent, beautiful place, beautiful place. I hope you had some focaccias when you were in Geneva. Mon Conference, Goa trip, 2019, Yatra with PP Sadhguru. Wow, that would have been really, really enlightening. Kochi 2017, Gir Forest. I would love to go to Gir. Chennai, I'm from Chennai, I go there. I mean, I'm from Nagpur, I go to Chennai. My mom is in Chennai right now. Kashi, Rajasthan, tour with college mates. That would have been fun, Harshit. Beautiful. Oh, Andaman, nice. Gangtok, beautiful. So this is so good, right? And just draw the attention. Kya ho raha hai? The first set of questions, nobody remembered, because these are transactions in life, right? The second set of questions, oh, Kashmir, Vaidehi, nice. I hope it's beautiful. And I know with now things, we all will be able to visit Kashmir. Rishikesh, Dalhousie, very, very nice, right? So the reason why we remember these are experiences. And life mein na hamesha focus on creating experiences. मैं जब बोल रहा था ना, मुझे दो चीज याद आ रहे थे from Nagpur, which I want to share. 21 साल पुराने experiences है. I don't know if it is still there, but if you go from Shankar Nagar Chowk towards Alankar Talkies, left में एक गोलगप्पे वाली दुकान आती है. Those golgappas, उसकी taste आज भी amazing है. I can feel it. Okay, and then of course Liberty Talkies के बाजू में Dinshaw's ice cream. अगर आप लोग नहीं गए हो कभी, जाके खा के आओ. The world's best ice cream, hands down. Right? So interestingly, experiences that we carry on with us forever and ever and ever. So don't you think we want people to carry these experiences after they have interacted with us? Obviously we do, right? So what I would suggest is focus on building experiences for people. Focus on creating experience for yourself. What does that mean? So give you an example. If you're a student, don't read for that next test. If you're a student, read for the sake of getting educated. Read for the purpose that tomorrow you can teach this particular thing to someone. I know there are some very amazing people in this group who are very good teachers. I personally know a few of them. And I can tell you, I know them from many years ago, and the discipline that they had when they were reading, amazing. So as a student, you should have that discipline. As someone who works with people, you should interact in a way that you leave them with a wholesome of an experience. उन्हें लगे कितना अच्छा लगा इससे मिलके, right? कि वैदेही से किसी ने बात की, उन्हें लगे अरे कितनी हेल्पफुल है, कितना अच्छा लगा मुझे, right? ओजस ने किसी को जाके हेल्प किया, and they are like out, they deal with some customers, and the customers like next time they call, we like, we want to talk to Ojas, right? Leave people with that experience that they want to have more. Be a great thing. You will see things start opening up differently for you, right? And for goal setting for all of us, right? Don't think about my goal is नौकरी मिलेगी तो मैं कार लूंगा, क्योंकि उसके बाद क्या, कार ले लिया and then what do you do next? Because जो goal था आपका was tied to a material, and that material came. एक हफ्ता अच्छा लगी, हर बार दरवाजा खोलते हो नई कार की सुगंध आती है, you feel great about it, and then what, right? So don't focus or don't have goals which are materialistic. Just like we don't want to become slaves to technology, we don't want to become slaves to materialistic things. They're important, I'm not denying that. They are useful, I'm not denying that, but they certainly cannot be goals for us, right? So we want to use them to get our benefit. So look to build, create experiences in life. I know I'm running short of time, so I am going to try and speed up a little bit, right? So we talked about all these things. Our days are so busy. So I want to kind of give you a tool to see how to plan our day, right? दिन में 50 चीजें होती है, and how do you prioritize work? So this is called as an Eisenhower matrix, and I want you all to just pay close attention to it, because just like graph, it has 4 quadrants, right? It has quadrants which are divided into something which is urgent and important, something which is urgent and not important, something on the 3rd quadrant which is important but not urgent, and the 4th quadrant which is not important and not urgent, right? So the easiest way to prioritize work, and it is said priority comes prior to everything. So अगर आप दिन की शुरुआत करना चाहते हो, you want to actually start building your day in a way that every day when you end the day, you want to feel that the day was lived better than yesterday. You made every effort to, you have to plan, because randomly you cannot wing it, right? People say ki randomness can only go so much, right? When you plan your day, this, I think a particular is a really good way to plan your day, right? I'll give you some examples, right? So think about it this way. So I have I have planned it where I said, okay, things which are urgent and important: exercise, we learned today; gratitude giving, praying, learning, exam preparations. These are all urgent and important. Exam की preparation जरूरी है, क्योंकि अगर कल exam है, आज पढ़ाई नहीं की तो problem, right? Urgent but not important. Phone का bill नहीं पिया, phone कट हो जाएगा, right? Clean the bike, get the clothes from the dry cleaner. All these are urgent, but they're not important. So what you can do, the ones can be delegated to somebody else, right? So the ones which are urgent, important, do it today. The ones which are urgent, not important, you can delegate it, right? And the ones which are important but not urgent, these are the things you can plan for, right? There is a project due on 10th of July, you can plan for it. There is August में एक trip जाना है, फिर से दोस्तों के साथ कश्मीर या कहीं जाना है, राजस्थान जाना है, you can plan for it, right? You want to learn how to bake, या समोसे बनाना सीखना है, you can plan for it, because these are important things for you, but they don't have to be done today, because they will be the time is going to be available for them after you have taken care of things which are urgent and important, because they have a time sensitivity. And दिन में 24 ही घंटे होते हैं हमारे पास, right? And then of course, finally, things like which are not important and not urgent, playing Xbox, looking for a concert ticket for December and whatnot, right? So I think this will be an interesting tool to use. I use this for planning. I have basically Excel sheet, which I have dockets of, and I put things in the 4 buckets, and that's how I plan my day, right? So what I want to do is, I think this was great for me. As I think through this, the last 65-ish minutes, I know I took more than longer than ever it was, but these have been just amazing, amazing time that I've had the pleasure. And then as I wish to wrap my conversation, I'm going to say that take the theme of Jhep, right? As you Fly towards building a purposeful life. I wish you the very best. I wish that you fuel it with a lot of integrity and hard work. You energize it with a lot of passion of doing good work. You carry the right attitude. Okay. You make good choices. You take some chances, some risks here and there. You bring real changes. You take care of your loved ones. You give back to the society and you follow the steps laid by your guru. This, according to me, is a great way for you to start preparing to take that next flight, which is waiting for you in this game of life. Again, thank you so much for so patiently listening to me, giving me this time, and really participating in it. I am so thrilled, so overwhelmed that you all did this to me. Thank you again. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, Baladada. It was amazing and very, very powerful lecture. I would say ऐसा लग रहा था कि आप बोलते ही रहो और हम सुनते रहे, इतना powerful था. And there is a teacher in you. I know there is a teacher in you because of which you were able to impart those trainings in a lot of communities. So thanks a lot. We'll spend few minutes on the questions and answers.
Sure.
Harshit and Vaidehi are anchoring the questions. So
okay, great.
Over to you, Harshit and Vaidehi.
I will make best efforts to answer the questions.
Yeah, and others, please put your questions in the chat. We just have 5 to 10 minutes and then we will wrap up.
And Shashank, I'm sorry I took so much more time than what you told me I should.
No. It was a pleasure listening.
Pleasure to mera tha. Maza aaya mujhe.
Yeah. Harshit, you have a question? Harshit or Vaidehi?
Yes, I have a question. Thank you so much, sir. It was an amazing workshop and seminar which I attended today, and it made today an amazing day. So my question is like, why do we get disturbed by someone else's behavior? Like it happens because means if due to someone else's actions or their behavior, why do we get disturbed and how to overcome it?
So Vaidehi, first of all, thank you so much. And you have such great ideas, by the way. I mean, I'm so proud at your young, tender age, you have such amazing ideas. So good luck to you, first of all. The question you asked is, why do we get disturbed by others? It's interesting because there are a couple of ways you can look at it, right? Pehli baat to, you get disturbed because we react to it immediately, right? हमें दूसरी बात है कि we have expectations from people, right?
Yes.
हम ये सोचते हैं कि सब कोई हमारे लिए अच्छा करे, अच्छा सोचे, अच्छा बोले, right? हालांकि we have zero control on any one of them, right? So
Yes.
we are so vulnerable that we have given control of our lives to others. तो problem तो होगी ना, right? क्योंकि उनके मूड के हिसाब से वो अच्छा बोलेंगे, उनके मूड के हिसाब से वो बुरा बोलेंगे, और हम अपना मूड हमने क्या किया, हमारी खुशी किसी औरों के हाथ में दे दी. The moment we do this, we have basically given the power, the reins of our life to somebody else. We should never do that.
Yes.
आपकी खुशी है, right? If you are doing what you want to do, if you are living up to your expectations, if you are going by your plan, I think आपकी खुशी के वही कारण, खुशी का कारण, in fact, खुशी should have no कारण मेरे हिसाब से. You should be happy for no reason, and you should never be unhappy because of others.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Vaidehi.
It was a
Thanks, Vaidehi.
like
Good question.
motivating.
Should I go ahead?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Harshit, please.
Hi, Bala sir. I am Harshit, and I'm currently working as I've started a job like 6 months ago. So I have a question. So I have a question related to that. Thank you. That what fundamental basic lessons should be the basis of a career? So as to have a to make the most out of your professional career.
Well, it all depends upon what is your goal, right? But the way I see it is, and you don't need to have it defined day one, right? But if you go to work with this feeling that I will do my best, I will exceed my own expectations in what I have done, and I will extend myself even beyond that, right? So what you are creating is a habit of excellence within you. What you're creating is doing something above and beyond all the time. And to have that in a place where you've just started is a great way. But most importantly, I will say, be a lifelong learner, right? So you are in a new place, understand what you're doing, understand the technology, understand the business, and see how you can add value. Be a person who can create value, and then you will find that your value always goes up.
Okay, thank you. I see another question in the chat box, that is how to deal with procrastination.
I think the best way to deal with procrastination is to do it now. Just do it. Ruko mat. The other way to deal with procrastination is have a real list. You know, हम लोग सब list बनाते हैं. I mean, we all make lists, but those lists are not time bound. हम लोग list बनाते हैं, फट 1 से 10 चीज लिख दी, and बस. उसके बाद क्या होता है? That is actually a good way to not get things done, मेरे हिसाब से, because the list is there which has items and there is no end time to it. तो फिर क्या होता है? एक भी नहीं किया, दिन निकल गया, लगा आज पूरे दिन में कुछ भी नहीं किया, right? And procrastination तब आता है because we have the list, so हमें एक false feeling आ जाती है कि भैया list तो तैयार है, काम हो जाएगा, right? So if you really want to be true to yourself, then make a list, prioritize it, see what's important. कभी कभी क्या होता है, लिस्ट इतनी बड़ी होती है, डर जाते हो तो लगता है काम ही शुरू मत करो, right? अगर दिन शुरू होता है, वीकेंड आया, okay, so like Harshit just started work, right? And weekend aaya, he's like, okay, you know, this is a weekend, I can take rest. And then suddenly he says, Arre baap, I have 50 things to do. When he puts a list like that, he has 50 things to do. What do you think? What are the odds he's actually going to even start it? 50 dekh ke overwhelm ho jayega, right? So that's why that Eisenhower box allows you to kind of compartmentalize the work, prioritize it, and then break it down. And then procrastination का तरीका एक ही है. I mean, अगर भूख लगती हो, आप क्या करते हो? खाना खाते हो, right? कोई और तरीका तो नहीं है. काम करना है तो करना है. तो प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन का एक तरीका है, काम कर लो. The most sure way to get it done.
Sir, I see one more question in the chat box.
Yes.
To learn, grow, and prosper, what exactly prosperity is?
Very good question. Interesting question. So prosperity is certainly not material prosperity. Prosperity to me is if you can get to a point where you are a reason for happiness for a certain number of people. That's prosperity. When you are a giver. तो अगर ये सोच के देखें ना, वर्ल्ड में हम लोग सब क्या करते हैं? हम लोग सब मांगते रहते हैं, ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए, वो चाहिए. We are all part of the requesting community, right? देने वाला एक है, भगवान, right? So then Bhagwan chooses people as his messengers to be the givers, right? So if you get an opportunity to become in that part of a giver, even if it is a small help, right? Think that your life is getting prosperous because आप लाइफ में इस लेवल पे पहुंच रहे हो कि you are able to carve out some piece of your life's time, which is finite, to do something good for others. To me, that's prosperity. And as you progress more and more towards it, you will realize. So, and the other thing, of course, is I think you had said to gain more on the spiritual side, on the Vedic side of our heritage. That is also one way to look at it. But if I had to put it simply, I will say this is what I would define as prosperity.
So there is one more question, which is how to tackle with the mad rat race which is going on.
It's a very good question. Very apt question. क्या है ना, life is not a race. पहली बात तो. And the moment we think we are in a rat race, fundamentally our thought process is flawed. So we have to take a half step back. कि why are we in this race? Who are we trying to prove to? Right? So हमने अगर ये सोचा कि रेस है, तब तो हम भी भागेंगे. And होता क्या है कि life में, in corporate life especially, it's a herd mentality, right? Everybody is trying to run because every other person is trying to run. Everybody, and sometimes they're trying to run by walking, by stepping over others, right? So mere hisab se, don't think job as a rat race. Don't think corporate as a way, or the only way reason you go to a corporate is to climb the corporate ladder. No, you are going there to make a valuable contribution based on your studies and experience to this organization, which has a useful product or service which helps the community. That's why you are in this company. If you think you cannot relate to that, you should start looking for a different job, right? And rat race mein hum tabhi hote hain when we think that, you know, the only thing I can get out of this job is more money. Or you have this feeling कि मेरे title में अगर 5 senior titles लग गए, and that's special, that makes me special, doesn't make you any different. Title is just somebody recognizing that what you did, or sometimes title is even fake. They do it so that you don't leave a job, right? मेरे हिसाब से rat race में होना ही नहीं चाहिए. In fact, if you think you are in a rat race, time to change job. That's my take on it.
Yeah. I think we should take just one more question, and I think we should be done. So
sure.
Harshit, one last question.
Yeah. The last question is how to not let others' opinions be a hindrance in your success.
So, like I was telling Vaidehi also, right? The moment we let other people influence our thought process, our decision making, our way of life, we have already succumbed, we have already given control of our happiness to them, right? तो जब आपने आपकी खुशी का दे दिया है, so then that's a problem to begin with, right? So you owe it to yourself to keep it to yourself, the control of your life. And then how to not let others' opinion be a hindrance is जब आपकी thought process doesn't get impacted by others, right? So obviously your success will not be, because the reality is आप ये मान के चलो कि जैसे मैं कह रहा था ना, there are two circles of life, people who care and people who don't. The people who don't matter, you will find them all around you a lot of times. The so-called friends, the so-called accomplices, the so-called associates, not all of them really care, and hence will always not be enjoying your real success. आपकी पार्टी में आए होंगे, कोने में बैठ के बात करेंगे, साले को promotion कैसे मिल गई? You know, those are the kind of people you will come across in life. You will, right? So you have to always almost shield yourself from those people. So it all starts with the thought.
Absolutely bang on target. I think it was amazing thought process that you have given us today, Bala Dada. And there is one apt comment from YouTube that I see from Madhav Vyavare, that it's like talking to a big brother, like that kind of a conversation we had. So,
thank you so much.
You know, that sentiment you flow in this conversation, I think it was pretty conversational and interactive. So thanks to all participants as well for your interactions. And thank you. I mean, there are no words to thank you enough, Bala Dada. And this is not the end. I think this is the journey we will make together. And there are people who have responded like, we would like to hear more from you. So definitely we will conduct more such lectures from you. Not lectures, I would say interactions with you, because that's
definitely. Piyush, मैं जब नागपुर आऊँगा, I will definitely visit Guru Mandir. In fact, it's been many years since I've not come to Nagpur, so I would want to come, and I will come to Guru Mandir. I will think myself very fortunate if I'm able to come there.
Yeah. So one request to all participants here, right? My youngsters, brothers and sisters, I think don't just look at this as one of the lectures and don't forget about it. We will find ourselves successful Patravet team, right? If at least you will start looking this as your journey, and these tools are really useful, right? The answer or matrix, or the awareness or kindness, random action of kindness, those things are really important in your daily lives. So just practice them day by day and year by year, and I'm pretty sure that you will succeed in your life. So that will be more useful when you actually practice your thoughts into actions. It is said in Sanskrit that udyame nahi siddhanti karyani na manorathaihi nahi suptasya sinhasya pravisyanti mukhe mrugaha. इसका मीनिंग ऐसा है कि अगर शेर है वो सोया रहा तो उसके मुंह में कोई प्राणी नहीं आने वाला है, उसको खुद जाके उसका शिकार करना पड़ेगा. So these thoughts or these tools will be useless unless you start practicing them. So thanks thanks again, Bala Dada, for giving us those tools to use. And I'm sure these youngsters will be applying those thoughts into action definitely in their lives. So thanks again. And I think Maharaj's blessings are always with us. So I thank you, all the participants, teachers, parents, everyone at Sri Guru Mandir Paribar for attending and actively participating in this session. Thank you, everyone. Again, Shri Guru Deva Datta.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Shashank.
Over to you, Nunmai.
तुझ पंखला भले बळकट सतेज भारी, तुझ पंखला भले बळकट सतेज भारी. हे गरुड झेप तू घेरे उंच भरारी, हे गरुड झेप तू घेरे उंच भरारी. नव आकांक्षाची मनात तुझिया दाटी, डोळ्यात तुझ्या रे नव स्वप्नांची रे गर्दी. नव आकांक्षाची मनात तुझिया दाटी, डोळ्यात तुझ्या रे नव स्वप्नांची रे गर्दी. आकाश मोकळे तया गवसणी घाली, आकाश मोकळे तया गवसणी घाली. हे गरुड झेप तू घेरे उंच भरारी, हे गरुड झेप तू घेरे उंच भरारी. टाकी आळस दुःख निक्लेश, तू झटकून टाकी आळस दुःख निक्लेश. तू मनात असू दे ऊर्जानी,